So, when last we left our group of intrepid adventurers, Nico's sister had been taken to the Temple of Ogma, escorted by Gaston, to receive some psychological treatment and counseling. Skippy had gone to the blacksmith and had, found a sympathetic ear at the blacksmith. Someone who understood and could, it was a safe space, I guess is what we'll say for Skippy. It was a safe space where Skippy could talk about, what had been going on at home, really. But Skippy had dropped off some armor, was having some armor looked at by the armorer who was going to bring in an artificer, because there was a piece of the armor definitely had some magic heat to it. Felix had gone by the tower of the Blackstaff and was talking to Abigail, and things were going really nicely between them. And then Felix, well, I'm not going to say that Felix betrayed Abigail.
Unknowingly, unwillingly.
I think in a court of law, it would probably shake out that way. But Felix attempted a bonding ritual as part of a spell with Abigail, and Mephistopheles found a little back door there, and
found Abigail's back door.
Yeah, found a back door to Abigail. Felix and Mephistopheles kind of ran a soul train on her, and her soul is now marked for the 9 hells, and she knows it. Felix went ahead and told her the truth and explained what happened. Wow, that worked out.
Honesty is the best policy, right, Felix?
Well, imagine if I had lied to her and she found out later.
Yeah, then she'd be really upset.
Yeah, she'd have been extra infinite mad. And then Boomer and Nico went into the art district and were trying to sell some art, but Nico decided, hey, let's go ahead and get a little artwork for Tanith. Let's hang up a portrait or two. Let's get a little artwork in there. And so commissioned an artist. Found out that said artist was using some arcane chicanery in order to paint. Was using, shortcuts. Was using tools that bypass the skills that an artist would have to hone over years and years. And this artist was using these, what would you call those sort of shortcuts where you could bend reality and make things look like you had skill and like you had worked on it for hours and hours. Instead, it was almost like like a copy and paste type of thing. I don't know what the word would be. Anyway, she was using these arcane shortcuts to create art. And Nico commissioned some artwork and found out that she was engaging in these types of tricks. Some technical difficulties down there.
The rage just blacked it out.
I didn't know Zoom had a rage filter. That's crazy. Anyway, but they found out that she was engaged in this. Nico taught her some actual sleight of hand tricks that she could use to extract blood from her patrons. Because Nico's doing the Lord's work. And so he commissioned some artwork of Nico and Boomer, and now Nico and Boomer are off to the high-end art district so that they can try and fence the art that they recovered from the catacombs below Waterdeep, below the City of the Dead in Waterdeep. So we join Nico and Boomer now as they are strolling up the high street.
I wanted to retcon something with the whole instead of having the artist like paint me.
Yeah.
Because I think Boomer would say something more like, well, only thing that I would want painted, not myself, but can you paint anything?
She says, well, within reason, the magic does a lot of the work for me. You see, it's a tool that I use. But we'll see. What is it that you would like painted?
My memory has been taken from me. It's been scattered like snow in the wind. The only thing I would want painted is my family. But I cannot see their faces anymore.
She says, but the family is in the blood.
Yeah.
Yes, this I can do. This I can paint for you. You would like a portrait of your clan. Is that the word you use?
Yes.
Of course, I can do this. Yes, it's in the blood.
I would really like that. That would make me happy.
Oh dear.
Okay. Of course, Your Majesty. Of course. Yeah, she can do that.
Cool.
Now,
Yeah,
will this be as as they are now, or as they were
Just
then?
dad axe in the family portrait.
Bunch of dust.
And she says, well, that's an interesting question. I don't quite know myself. We'll have to see what the magic produces. He has no memory. He has no recollection of them, but that doesn't mean that memory doesn't exist. This is a little bit of an unknown territory for me, Your Majesty.
I know I had a mother and father, and I think I had a sister and a brother. Not sure on the age, but whatever you can do would be nice. If it's too much trouble, I mean, yeah, that's fine.
No. I will let the magic do its work. We will see what we come up with.
All right.
Very good, Boomer. Let's. I forgot. I don't think I actually asked you your name.
Says, I am Agatha.
Agatha. A fine name.
Just thank you. You're too kind, my lord. You're too kind. Your patronage is much appreciated.
Making a note of this for later. Now, Agatha, we have some more things to do here in the city. We have acquired some objet d'art, as you can see here. We need to offload to a worthy collector. Would you happen to know anyone who is in the market for pieces such as these?
She looks over the different statuary and some of the jewelry and things that you have, and she goes, "Oh, your my liege, forgive my impertinence. No disrespect meant, you understand, but did you acquire these in an extracurricular manner?"
Let's say they were abandoned by their former owners.
I see.
Dragon. Big.
Yes, this is. We did actually get these from a dragon's hoard.
I see. So no one, these objects would not be connected with any recent disappearances or loss of the noble community.
Oh no, of course not. Of course not. That would be scandalous.
Of course. I all apologies, my lord. I simply needed to know the proper channels that you were seeking.
Unless the dragon.
No one's seen a dragon. No one's seen a dragon here for a long time, right? So
she looks at you. A dragon in Waterdeep. My lord, you are too funny. There are no dragons in Waterdeep. The Dragon Ward keeps them out. Everyone knows that. Of course there are no dragons in Waterdeep.
Of course. Of course.
Much like my stone of tiger turning. No tigers.
That's right.
You're welcome.
Well, I assume someone as great and powerful as you, Mountain King, would of course have powerful magical artifacts to tame beasts and those denizens of the wild. We of Waterdeep thank you for your protection.
I feel bad now. I was making a joke.
Oh, of course, quite funny.
Now, yes, we'd like to sell some of these artifacts if that's not too much trouble.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. Let's see. Well, the jewelry, of course. Now, of course, these are beautiful pieces, and some may call them art, but are you looking for
I don't know if I have
the
any.
highest return on your investment, or are you looking to make sure that these go to a proper collector?
Let's see. So what are we actually trying to? So we're actually just trying to sell there's the 5p objet d'art, I think, isn't it? That's I think that's all we're looking to sell. Are you saying that a couple of those are actually fancy jewelry pieces?
Yeah, they're fancy jewelry pieces that are more ornate and would be considered works of art than they would. Then it's not. These definitely aren't. It's yes, technically that is a necklace, but nobody would fucking wear that.
It's like Mr. T's gold or something, basically.
Well, it's super ornate. It's really delicate. Clearly a gold that just worked.
It's like Mr. T's gold.
Yeah, it's a work of art that no regular human could wear. Yes, of course. I would say we were looking for the best return on this.
Yes. Then you will want to talk to Mr. Malchus.
Mr. Malchus. Where might Mr. Malchus be?
Now, Mr. Malchus, you will want to go to Filkin and Sons. It is a they are an auction house, and Mr. Malchus handles
unusual
items of
acquisitions.
Say it again.
Unusual acquisitions.
That is an excellent way to put it. Yes, Mr. Malchus handles things that don't necessarily have a paper trail, but may be notable or have some history that is unknown.
Excellent. And whereabouts is this Filkin and Sons?
Now continue up the high street here towards the High Art District, and you see here there's a little bit of an eye roll when she says the High Art District. You know, and she says continue up the high street. Before you get to the Castle District, it'll be the last shop on the right. Can't miss it. Large brick building.
Excellent. Oh, and one other thing. I think the tales of my exploits can't be lost to history. I think I need a biographer. Who would you say was the foremost dramatic biographer in Waterdeep?
Well, of course, there's Volothamp. Most of his stuff is autobiographical, but it's very dramatic, but of course no one believes a word. But it is an entertaining read, nonetheless. But if you wanted a biographer, you're looking for a ghostwriter. I assume you want someone who is discreet, yet flattering?
Well, of course, I would expect them to apply all of their literary skill to keep the reader entertained throughout. You know, it can't just be a list of all my victories would get quite tiresome after a while.
Of course, my lord, of course. Let's see. A biographer. Now, Reswin, I think, is going to be who you want. She is quite skilled with a pen.
Is she in this district as well?
No. I do believe she is at the university. Large building, middle of town.
Excellent.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
I think I consider this the start of a beautiful relationship, and wish you well on our portraits. I look forward to collecting those.
Of course, my lord. I shall bend the entirety of my will to this work. These will be my magnum opus.
Did you see the image I sent you in the Discord?
Let me see.
Yeah, that's kind of, that's what Nico has in mind.
Oh yeah, no, of course. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking, that or like, the cover or the poster for National Lampoon's like European Vacation. Oh. Where he's standing there with like with the women around his leg type of thing, and So somewhere in that area, man, for sure. Yeah. Nico's gonna look, but you want it more regal.
Oh, he's a duke. Come on.
Right. Yeah. Okay. With of course the the light of God shining down upon, illuminating him. The huddled masses.
Yeah, sort of reaching up thankfully to their savior.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. One hand with the sword, the other hand with bread.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
That's right. The dove and the eagle. Yeah, that's right. Excellent. Excellent. Well, we shall be going and leave you to your work, madam.
Of course, of course. Give me a few days, and I think I shall have these done.
Magnificent. Farewell. She'll turn and leave.
So where are we going now?
Well, yes, I think we should go and offload. We should go and see this Mr. Malchus, so that you don't have to carry around these unsightly lumps of rock and trinkets anymore, Boomer.
He's saying that because he thinks you're too weak. He's saying you're looking tired, is what he's saying. It's he's like, oh, we better.
You've done enough. What do you say?
I'll let it slide.
Should we go and offload these hunks of junk and get some more drinking money? What do you say?
Yeah, nope, that sounds like a good idea. And probably focus back on finding out about that dragon or that noble or...
yes, we could ask about, what was his name? Lord...
and then there's the demons.
Yes. Yes, we've certainly got a bit of a shopping list to take care of, don't we? I'm sure we can wrap all that up in a few days, and then we'll be.
And didn't we piss off like a storm god?
No, we won his eternal respect by defeating him in battle. Remember?
But we did that twice.
Yeah. On the second time, I distinctly remember he accepted our obvious superiority in defeating him in battle, and bid us his eternal gratitude.
I must have missed that.
No. I remember it like it was yesterday.
No, I believe you. Just my memory is not good, so yeah, no, we should do those things.
I see, Boomer. This is why it's important to get someone to write all of these great victories down, so that not only everyone else can appreciate them, but so that we can relive the glory ourselves.
No, I like that. That's smart.
Okay.
Because wouldn't it be great if you had someone that could constantly remind you of your past deeds? Dad Axe goes, I can tell you about what he did.
I forgot you talk.
Well, obviously, the father of the Mountain King would need his own glorious part in this tale.
Look, leave me out of this.
No, I think you're a pivotal influence, a defining, forming force in
me. Look, just say I was a regular hunk of iron. You don't have to bring me in.
No, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, eh, Dad?
How dare you? How dare you?
All right, let's go find Mr. Malchus. Give Boomer like a slap on the back and start walking through town.
Yeah. Cut me deep, Dad.
What's up?
Said you cut me deep, Dad. You cut me deep.
Right. Let's go to the scoreboard here and count the number of demon incursions that we've each caused. Let's see. Looks like I was still sitting on 0. How are you doing?
Yeah. All right.
0 to the nearest 10.
What happened towards the end of that dragon fight? I was out of that. You were in control, Dad.
Well, we were about to win, Let me tell you what happened. We were about to win, and then your necromancer betrayed us and bit us while he was changed into a whale.
That doesn't sound right.
We were going to finish that dragon off. I was at the wheel. We were going to best that dragon, kill it, mount its head on the fucking wall. But then your necromancer. And what have I told you about necromancers?
They're very tasty.
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't sound right.
Oh, yeah, make another excuse. Sure.
All right, lead the way, Nico.
Are there any? I assume that all of the sort of common folk have been chased away from this area of town.
Oh yeah, are you kidding me? You also notice there is a hefty increase in the amount of patrols that go on here. You, Nico, with your illusory
Finery
appearance, aren't attracting much in the way of attention. Boomer, on the other hand, this shirtless dude in a kilt with a big brutal axe with a skull on the back of it, lugging around what definitely looks like a bag of stolen art, is attracting some very, very hard stares as you guys venture further up into the upper echelons of society. The only reason that he has not been stopped at this point is that everyone is assuming that he's with you and that someone of such obvious noble breeding and bearing obviously has some sort of manservant. They don't know why you have chosen someone so absolutely fucking uncouth. But they assume you have your reasons, and that you've hired this dwarf, clearly one of the barbarian mountain tribe folk. You've clearly hired them on. You clearly hired him on as muscle slash, just as a goober.
I'm not a goober.
Sorry, Sarah's just showing off her vaccine.
Oh, no, it's my guns.
It's just showing you it's the gun show.
Just came on the camera to flex and then walk away.
It's swollen all around there.
Yeah.
Just look how swole it is. Oh,
it's right there.
Oh no. Oh, look at it. Oh my God. Oh, did I get bit by a snake? Oh, Jesus. I can't. Oh, it's so. Look at this.
I don't need firepower when I'm rocking these guns.
Right. Look at the huge knots in there. Oh, I wonder if it's some sort of allergic reaction. Oh, I don't know.
I got bit by a protein bee.
Feels like it. Disgusting story of me popping the.
Oh yeah. So just a quick segue into amusing anecdote from vaccine side effects. So Sarah, I guess it was like a lymph node or something, swelled up in her armpit yesterday. And yeah, she's like, oh, it feels like there's a golf ball under there. Oh, so we went to bed, and she said in the middle of the night, she kind of rolled over onto her side and said it felt like it burst.
Oh.
That's probably okay.
Oh, what's gonna happen now?
It's got all them gains.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Gains.
That was probably a vaccine balloon. So when that burst, it just released extra
That's right.
immunity.
I'm sure that's what happened.
I'm pretty sure that's how medicine works.
That's how it works. I mean, I'm not that kind of doctor, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Right. I mean, that sounds right.
Yeah.
You gotta ask Dr. Richard Organ.
It's all magic to me.
Anyway, apologies for that segue.
Apologies for us having to see those sick guns, for making
That's
me
right.
look directly into a solar eclipse. Oh, man. I was like, damn. Woo! Blinded.
That's Come on, Boomer. Let's go and find a suitable home for this artwork.
Boomer, I mean, as someone who is definitely sort of aware when it comes to combat situations, like you've definitely noticed how the atmosphere has changed as you've transitioned, and how the guards that are patrolling, the city watch that's patrolling, you've noticed how they're eyeballing you. Like you are not unfamiliar with what a challenging stare looks like when someone is sizing you up as a threat. You've definitely noticed this.
I don't think the people in this area like me very much.
Oh, Boomer, you know what these people are like. They're not used to leaving their soft beds and their powdered social functions.
I know, bunch of milk drinkers.
Well, Boomer, once we've sold these, we'll be drinking much better stuff than milk. So let's just go and get rid of this stuff.
You don't drink milk. That's the first problem.
So as you guys are moving up is Boomer lactose intolerant? I wonder if that's where his flatulent issues come from. Like, that'd be really funny. Like, this whole time he's just like, yeah, but you gotta have milk to be healthy. Just like, oh no, he's fucking lactose intolerant.
This explains everything.
Yeah, just finding out new things about him every day.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You see, in history, you didn't get a complete genetic sequencing, so I just filled in the blanks. And
I assume that's what you wanted me to do.
Yeah. Let's continue.
So as you guys are moving further up, finally one of the patrols does stop you.
Mhm.
There's a
could I have tried to have looked nice?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a charisma check.
This is going to be great.
Straight charisma check.
Straight charisma check. All right, done.
Here we go.
Let's hold on.
Out of the park. Oh yeah.
How'd we do?
You look real nice on a 4.
I got a 4.
-1?
Well, 5
that's
minus.
4.
Yeah, so 5 minus 1. So.
All right. Yeah, so that's.
So I imagine Boomer's like, "Hello, friend. I'm not going to kill you or eat your babies."
Yeah. It. That's what. Yeah, I mean, it's probably like what you were going for, but the accent's a little thick. Mostly, what people heard was,
various sort of dwarvenish grunting.
My friend and I are here to eat your babies.
Yeah.
If the patrol stops us, I'd be like, "What is the meaning of this, officer?"
He looks. He says, I don't recognize you. I know all of the nobles here in Waterdeep."
Yes, we arrived just recently. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Duke Nikomo Koska of the mighty House Koska. here to re-establish a long-lost lineage amongst the other noble houses.
Oh,
And who might you be,
God.
officer?
Oh God, someone who's not impressed with country lords. Jeez. Let me guess. You looted some crypt on your family estate. You're here to sell this stuff to try to get a little coin. Is that what I'm seeing here?
How dare you? How dare you? I shall have your head. What is your name?
My name? Faringway.
Faringway.
Captain Faringway.
Captain Faringway. Very good. And who is your commanding officer, Captain?
Yeah, Nico's going straight Karen on him. Let me talk to your manager.
Did Nico just get a short bob haircut recently?
Yeah,
That's right, yeah.
He's got a
Fake
nice
tan.
Walking a small dog.
That's right, yeah. Carrying a small dog.
Says, who is my superior officer?
That's right.
Well, I guess Major Zeeks is my superior officer.
Major Zeeks. Yes, I'm sure I'll find him at one of the next social functions I'm in attendance.
Oh, I'm sure you will. Okay, all right. Look, I just need to inspect what's in the bag there. I need to make sure that you didn't steal any of this stuff.
Are you
From any of the
accusing me of being
actual-
You're accusing me of being a common thief?
No, common thieves are usually smart enough not to walk down the high street carrying their stuff in a bag. I'm accusing you of being an exceptionally lousy thief.
I see. Boomer, show the man the artwork.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, show him the artwork. Yeah. Oh, show him the artwork.
Just open the bag.
Let
him see inside.
I knew that. I knew
man,
that.
I was really
Show him.
showing the artwork. I'm like, here he comes. this poor cat that's about to get bludgeoned with,
Beaten to death by
500
cheap
pounds of
statues.
marble.
Yeah, I thought you were going one way with, but it's fine. It's fine. Yep. Nope. The bag is open.
He turns to his subordinate and snaps his fingers. The guy hands him a list. It's you get a brief look at it. Give me perception rolls.
Perception.
Boomer, yours is at disadvantage because this involves reading.
That is a 17.
Yep.
8.
Yeah. Not your strong suit. Nico, you get a glance at it, and it looks like descriptions of various artworks. You're like, oh, this is basically sort of a description of shit that's been stolen that they're looking for.
Yeah.
The guy, this functionary, hands him out of a satchel. He hands him this list, and he starts going through it and looking at the artwork, and he's looking at it, and you see he stops on one. There's a bust that he looks at, and also one of the pieces of jewelry, and he is focused on a house crest that is on the bust and a different one that's on the jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
And he's looking at it, and he goes, well, that's interesting. This is the crest of House Daggle.
House Daggled?
You know, Lord Daggle.
Lord Daggled. Yes, I am familiar.
Why do you have artwork why do you have some statuary that has his house crest on it?
Well,
Presumably,
I'm
this
clearing out.
artwork belongs to House Daggett.
It may once have belonged to House Daggett. This is.
Oh, I'm sure it did used to belong to House Daggett until you went ahead and lifted it.
That is an outrageous accusation. How could you possibly accuse us of common theft?
Well, you have the stolen goods in your possession.
Sir, these pieces came from a collection long abandoned. My friend and I discovered while driving off a vile beast in its lair, we found these pieces of artwork. Now, if you're saying that one of the local, if you're saying that one of the local,
this lair?
This lair was in the city of the dead.
So, in a family crypt.
No, not a crypt. It's a cave.
Waterdeep.
There is a cave on the coast. Lord Daggett, I'm sure, will be quite familiar. If you're saying
I'm sure he will be quite familiar. I'm sure he'd be very interested to know where some of his family's artwork may have gone.
Well,
hey, Ed, how many of them are there?
How many of them are there?
How many of them are there?
There are 6.
Yeah, we can take them.
5 for you, Boomer, and 1 for Nico to run away from.
Well, there is a functionary that appears to be mostly involving clerical work that Nico could probably, his quill does look exceptionally sharp. He says, I think you two need to come with us and we'll get in contact with House Daggett. And I think you need to do a little bit of explaining.
We have to do this now, I presume.
Yeah. I don't think you have anything more impressing on your agenda there.
Well, Boomer, I suppose we were going to have a little chat with Lord Daggett sooner or later, anyway, weren't we?
I'm trying to be a better person, so I'm just following suit on how you want to do this. So
yeah, you want to be a better person? Try taking a bath.
Oh,
you can't hurt me with your words.
I suppose you probably have to understand him for it to hurt you at all. All right, look, clap him in irons. You're coming with us.
We won't be needing irons.
You think I'm going to let some thief like you and this obvious walking death trap, you think I'm going to let you go without iron? Also, take his axe. I don't think he needs to have that on him.
I'm going to cast suggestion on him.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
I'm going to say, no, you don't understand. We don't need irons.
Is there a roll against, or what's the?
Yeah, I'm going to say you're gonna give us an honor guard to see Lord Daggett.
Give me a sleight of hand Arcana check to see. Because wait, does suggestion
It's only
require...
it's verbal.
Oh, it's just verbal. There's nothing else. It's just yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He rolled us. Was it? What's the save?
16 wisdom.
Wisdom. Yeah, he rolled a 6. I rolled a 5, and he's got a +1 on wisdom.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm gonna say you're gonna. So actually, I'm gonna say you're gonna give us an honor guard to see Lord Daggett after we've sold the rest of this artwork.
He suddenly he kind of looks at you, and he goes, "Wait, oh, you're with House Daggett."
That's right.
Oh, so then we should probably escort you to house. Yeah, that's what you asked him, right? For an honor guard.
Yep.
Yeah, he goes, oh, you're returning this to Lord. Okay, you're returning this to Lord Daggle. And the guys behind him are like, what the fuck now? Like, wait, what just happened? And he goes, apologies, sir. I didn't know that he was transporting it. I'm a little surprised that he only hired one bit of muscle to move this.
Oh,
Of course,
Boomer,
we will
Boomer
provide
is,
you.
The mighty mountain king Boomer Windbreaker is more than enough for any trouble would be foolish enough to intervene.
Well, Lord Daggle knows a fair bit about security and muscle. I'll have to take your word for it, but of course, I would be remiss in my duties if I did not escort you myself.
Indeed. Come on,
to
look
Daggle Manor. And he says, gentlemen, I apologize. The irons won't be necessary, and of course, what did you say the dwarf's name was?
Mountain King Boomer Windbreaker.
Of course, Boomer Windbreaker, and there's a lot of like kind of chuckling amongst the guards there. Who is the mountain king apparently? Of course, he will. We will leave him with his axe. He is protecting this artwork for Lord Daggle. Of course. All right, follow me. And they sort of fall in around you, and now you are being led away from the art district towards the castle district, where there are many manors and whatnot awaiting you, and being taken to the manor of Lord Daggle.
This will be fun.
This is going to be great. What's Skippy doing?
Yeah, so we're gonna leave you two as you are heading towards Lord Daggle. All right, let's skip back to Skippy. What would you like? So you've dropped that stuff off at the the armorers. What's Skippy up to now?
Skippy's in a good mood. Skippy's like, which is dangerous in this game.
Sure.
Is kind of, I imagine Skippy's leaving the blacksmiths and is kind of like skipping along, like kind of jovially going down like having a little dance through the streets.
Yeah.
So Skippy picked up from the like as we were leaving the dragon fight, I collected a bunch of, I think it was blood and was it some acid as well? I think.
Yeah.
So I would have had a look at those, and as I'm going through the town, I want to collect any other, like buy any other ingredients I think that might be good for like testing what I might be able to do with these samples to make some new potions. So generally heading back to the boat, but via suppliers.
Okay. Yeah, so you're going to stop by a couple of different apothecary shops. Are you going to discuss with them what you found and sort of ask them for, or are you trying to keep it a little more secret?
No, I think because I think I've done, I think having like read the books, like studying in the library and studying about like local, I think I would probably ask them more about, in general terms, like, oh, I have this acid that I'm not, like, maybe not that familiar with, like, do you have any suggestions for good reagents I might use? But I don't think I would be so specific to like say it was from a dragon.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so you're asking like, oh, so if you had the blood of some magical creature, not saying what, but just, what are the kind of the general uses that you could have? All right, give me, all right, give me a charisma check.
Skippy is very charismatic.
Oh yeah, +0.
Let's see what we get.
Oh, I rolled a 15.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yeah, so you're able to, you're talking to him, but so when it comes to you're not, generally not the most personable type person, but when it comes to talking shop, right? Talking alchemical mixtures and apothecary type stuff, you're you know what you're talking about, and you're interesting to talk to because you do have a lot of knowledge. So yeah, the people talk to you. They're definitely interested in what you're saying. So yeah, you managed to convince them that you're not. Nobody knows specifically what you have, but you are able to convey what it is. Give me an intelligence check.
Let's see. Ooh, 23.
Nice. Okay, so from the information that was given to you from the couple of different sources as you're talking, you're able to glean, put together. I mean, it's sort of a mosaic effect, but you're able to put together what this recipe probably should look like. Okay. So yeah, you're going through the shops. You're talking to a couple of different people, saying, "Oh yeah, I've got acid. I'm not sure what it is. It's definitely from some animal. I didn't make it. It was definitely produced by some magical beast. If you had blood, what would you do with this?" All right. Okay. Go ahead and give me a give me an intelligence check, but you can add your proficiency bonus. So this would be like a what is it? This is an alchemy check, basically.
Oh, okay. That would be 17.
Nice.
17?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you get back to the boat and you start mixing some stuff up. You enlist the aid of Lionheart and Silver Thistle in you're like, look, this is going to be pretty complicated. There's a lot going on, a lot of moving parts. Let's get to mixing. Kenneth has some questions as you're pulling the acid out. He's like, you're not going to spill that, are you? Like, you're going, let's be super careful here because you're kind of working on me.
It's okay, Tanith. Wood is a resistant material. I'll make sure I don't get it on any of your metal. But we'll be as careful as we possibly can.
Right. So you begin mixing up, and then how much acid and blood do you have?
Let me check. I have 2 vials of black dragon acid, 1 blood, and then the scales I've given to the blacksmith, I think.
Yep. Okay. So
I guess I may have kept like a couple of scales in case they could be used in the potions, but I think most of them I would have. Yeah, the best looking ones I'd have definitely given for the armor.
Okay. So with those checks that you have, which are really good, you managed to concoct 3 potions.
Woohoo!
Yep. The first, let me make sure I get these right.
And will I have used up all of the acid in the blood and everything?
Well, so that's actually a good question. Do you want to have?
Yeah, I think if I'm feeling like it's looking good, I think I would probably just like
Just
use
go
everything.
for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in a good mood. Feeling lucky.
Right. Okay. Let's see. All right. Well, we'll just make it up. I thought there was an existing one. That's fine. Okay, so with those potions, with using all the ingredients, you manage to make three potions. The first one is a potion of acid resistance. Anyone who drinks this potion, and I'm pretty sure I can find one in there, but if not, I'll make it up. Anybody who drinks this potion has resistance to acid damage for 1 hour.
Cool. Okay.
Yep.
Does it have to be drunk orally?
It has to be. It has to be internalized.
Okay. Cool.
Is what it has.
I just want to know where in my bag I have to store it.
Right. No. Yeah. It only has to be. It only has to be internalized.
Nice.
The second one that you managed to concoct. This is seeing you saw what Felix's armor looked like after the dragon after you got done with the dragon. And you said, God, if I could make something, if I could do something that, something like that. And you managed to concoct and I'll upgrade your spell list with this.
Cool.
You managed to create a weaponized version of the acid. That when used, it will lower the AC of anyone wearing metal armor by 2.
Wow, nice. Okay.
Is that a vial or like something on an arrow?
Yeah, something on an arrow. It'll be an area of effect type thing. It'll be a higher level spell slot. But yeah, it'll basically anything wearing metal armor will lower their AC by 2.
Cool. That's
Yep.
Cool.
And then
does that also have the effect of like if I use it as a like weaponized, do I also get the piercing damage from the regular arrow, or is it not?
Yeah. So if you hit him with the arrow, right? You hit him with the arrow, it does damage. Well,
Okay.
I'll leave it up to you. Like, so do you want something that is you're firing an arrow that's not really it's like blunted. Basically, it hits and like goes and bursts.
I think I would probably choose it to be like a splash effect. Yeah.
Okay.
So it wouldn't.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be something like that. Something where you just have to hit it. You don't have to hit a target. You just have to hit an area.
Cool.
Which is much easier to do.
Yeah.
Right. So, and then the third one, you went, but I really like that whole acid thing. And I got this dragon blood, and you kind of mix those together, and you came up with a potion of acid breath.
Ooh.
So you could chug this thing, and as an action on your turn for 1 minute, You can breathe acid. Let me see.
Can you William Wallace it and shoot it out the backside?
Freedom.
Like, Boomer, pick me up.
It's like a flamethrower.
Just
What was it? Shoot lightning and thunderbolts out of his arse?
That's right.
fire from his eyes and lightning from his ass.
Ah, that's fire from
Will,
the eye. That's what it was.
Skippy adopt the kilt?
Traditional battle dress.
Yep.
Skippy would be honored. It would just be like dripping permanently from the back.
Oh.
Pretty gross.
You get you a cork.
Bad idea. You just see the eyes getting bigger and bigger.
No one stab her, please.
It's gonna go. It's gonna blow.
It's gonna blow.
You ever see a colostomy bag go? Yeah.
Oh.
Don't stab her.
I have got
Okay, here we go.
what's it called? I'm vulnerable to piercing damage at the moment. So.
Gross.
Huh, I'm a little surprised by that. Okay. Yeah, let's see. This will do. So yeah, you can chug this thing, and it will do. Let's see. Yeah, it'll do. We'll say 5d8.
Okay.
5d8 acid damage.
You
And
better
so
drink
yeah, you
that resistance to acid first. Burn yourself as you go.
So you chug this, yeah, you chug this down, and you can basically you just spit a jet of acid in a 30-foot line.
Wow.
Ooh.
And you can do that for 1 minute.
Like a cobra.
Can you label
Is it like
your
is
stuff?
it constant?
Oh, no, I mean, no, on your turn, on your
Can't turn it
turn,
off.
on your turn for on your turn, it lasts for a minute. On your turn, as an action, you can spit acid in a line.
Cool. Does that
Doing
mean I could
5d8.
take out like multiple targets if it's on my turn?
If they're all in a line, if they're in a straight
Okay.
line,
Then you
yeah.
just
Yeah. So 2 of them are one-time use, the breath and the resistance, but the other one you discovered a new
that's awesome.
a new spell.
That's
Or
pretty
a new
cool.
A new ability.
Is
It's
the
like-
acid? Go on, Boomer.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's like Skippy's getting like more battlefield control kind of abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the acid breath, if I did drink that without drinking the acid resistance first,
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm fine. Okay. Cool.
I was just being
I mean,
cheeky.
your breath is going to be fucking horrid for like the rest of the day, but you're not going to be damaged by it. You know, you'll probably take a hit in any charisma rolls that you make that involve a conversation with somebody if you're trying to persuade them, because your breath is going to be absolute ass. But other than that, you'll be fine.
I'm gonna make sure I tell all the group about this potion, and then I'll leave it by my barrel with a little note saying, anyone who comes by my barrel, this is for you. No more shitting in my barrel, please.
Right, no more barrel shits. Yeah. On the plus side, though, your teeth will be wider than they've ever been. Well,
Does that
we
like
have-
make me
Yeah, Skippy doesn't. Well, I was gonna say Skippy doesn't actually have teeth. Skippy has a bone ridge, but your bone ridge will be very, very, very white.
Does that improve my charisma?
Well, your smiling is a little more dazzling. Yeah, it'd probably give you a little bump for the next day or two, until your bone
Awesome.
ridge went back to, regular frog status.
Swamp tinge.
Right.
Cool. That's awesome. So I'll be cooking up stuff and hopefully not causing any damage during the testing.
Yeah, you rolled high enough. Your alchemy rolls and stuff were actually really good. So
yeah, I was impressed there. It made a change.
yeah, not too bad. Okay. So let's see. So you have.
So I'll get rid of my acid and the blood. Would you say I've used up all the scales now as well? Like if I've given
No, you still have the scales.
Okay.
No, you were mostly fucking around with the acid and the blood, and you managed to kind of synthesize the acid, and that's that AC effect that you're able to create. And then with the blood, you're like, you know what? In memory of Azkern, I'm going to be a little more dragon-like for 1 minute.
Azkern.
For 1 minute, I'm gonna breathe. I'm gonna party like a dragon.
Awesome. Once I've done making that, I'm gonna like play a little tune on my flute and sing about Azkern for a while.
Nice. Yeah, just thinking about him. Yeah, I gotcha. Beautiful. All right. What is going on with Felix?
Oh, do I have to? All right, so I'm coming back from the Blackstaff. Pretty upset.
Oh.
Are there any like sporting goods stores where I can buy fishing supplies?
Yeah, you're gonna pass a Dick's on your way on your way back. Yeah, there. So by the docks, there's obviously places where you can get like bait and tackle. Like sporting good places don't really exist. But
I know. I
there's
just
places
said
where
the
you can get
equivalent.
like. Yeah, there's definitely places where you can get like bait and tackle type stuff.
So what would be the fishing setup here? Like, is it just sticking a rope or sticking a string, or are they actually like reels?
What are you trying to do?
Just if we're gonna do like deep sea fishing as we eventually.
Oh yeah, no. So yeah, so I mean, you're looking for like something that you can like troll with, or are you looking for?
Something that I can also like. There's a reel action on it if it has. I mean, if not, not a big deal. But
okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just want to buy a couple fishing rods.
There's places in the dock like, yeah, that sell all sorts of fishing supply stuff.
Yeah, because I imagine I'm just gonna be like on the deck reading and fishing and passing time.
Just trying to avoid people.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you definitely so yeah, sort of the fishing gear, the line, bait, tackle, all the stuff you want. That'll probably mean it's probably gonna run you like $1.50.
All right. Could I get like 3 setups? Just so I can maybe have other people join me at some point when I'm ready to talk to people.
Are you sad fishing?
Skippy is very sensitive to noticing Felix food.
Yeah, and then also before I do that, I would like to head to my room and get a new familiar, an octopus, to help me while fishing.
Oh, cool. Some might call that cheating.
Yeah. But,
some people probably own their own soul. But you know what? We're all doing the best we can.
Yeah, so am I leasing mine right now? Is that how that is, or what?
Yeah, it's sort of it's
Get a
kind of
mortgage.
a lease to own situation that you have going on.
Even though I did own it at one point, but I was like, let's put this, let's
Yeah, well,
leverage against myself.
you sort of bought your soul on margins, and then it got called, and so
Thinking more like remortgaging your soul.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm refinancing myself.
Yeah.
And then suddenly that balloon, that bubble burst, right?
Yeah.
Balloon payments came due. Yeah. So, hold on a second. Let me see something real quick. Yeah. So you're able to, you can buy fishing stuff. Did you? Is there anything else that you wanted to pick up while you were heading back? I mean, I don't know if flowers are going to cut it, but you can give it a go.
No, I think space is the required thing right now.
Spice.
Spice?
Spice.
Spikes or spikes?
You're going to want a spiker.
Tried that already.
Yep, so I'll just be fishing off Tanith here.
All right. So yeah, here.
But when Felix, so Skippy's on the boat, like I will be up on the deck playing my flute when you come up. Would you deliberately avoid Skippy?
I guess, but without trying to. Just kind of like avoiding everyone.
Because I'm gonna be super excited about my potions. So like the first person I see, I'm gonna be like, Felix, guess what?
Can I excited and
hey,
happy
Felix.
for
Oh,
me.
and hey, how did it go? You were with your friend, right? You had like a meeting with your friend.
Deception, I guess, to say how it went, or to fake interest in being excited.
There you go.
Now, do you have
sweet.
disadvantage? Because you feel bad?
It's stuck there. It won't move with you, but yeah, I can throw it out there when you're fishing.
That's
Sweet. Well done.
That's cool.
So yeah, what would you say? Deception or something to avoid?
Yeah, I mean, so you're not trying to be sort of forthcoming with what happened?
I don't know. That's another thing that Felix is pretty ashamed of now. Stuff's stacking up pretty quick here.
Stuff's stacking up pretty quick. Yeah.
All right. I'll just tell Skippy, like, yeah, it was fine. She's ready to come out and help us with the boat in a couple dawas.
So Tannis is gonna fly. Did you hear that,
Tannis?
12. Okay, Tannis? That was your deception?
Yeah, 12.
So I need to roll perception, I guess.
Yep, you saw through that, Nico.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh,
I'm on an 8.
I was just playing with the dice. Sorry.
Yeah, I believe you. I'm super excited
Skippy's
about my
great.
Woo!
Wow, Skippy's going to be super confused by it when the temperature drops 20 degrees when Abigail comes on the deck. That was weird.
Wait, is he coming back? The devil? You said it dropped 20 degrees.
Yeah. Oh no, not again.
Yeah, so Skippy, you see Felix. He's doing some stad fishing. Felix, the smells coming. Oh yeah, you changed your familiar, right?
Yeah, so I need an hour to do that. So I imagine I'd head straight to my room and start doing that. Because I don't think bats swim too good.
They don't swim great. Yeah, so there's some pretty like noxious fumes that are coming from below decks from in the the like kind of the kitchen area.
Mm-hmm.
Because Skippy's
I'll do the
Skippy's the kind of
washing up
roommate
later.
that does that kind of shit in the kitchen, and not you're like, dude, come on, this is where we eat. Oh well, come on, I needed to boil stuff.
The
These
laboratory.
pans are never gonna look cleaner when I've finished. It's gonna
Right?
be
Yeah, the cauldron is like absolutely sparkling on the inside from all the acid-based stuff she was doing. Skippy's the kind of roommate that would wash their anal beads in the dishwasher.
Oh.
But everything gets
Wrong with
clean.
that?
What's the problem?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with it, but you have the common courtesy to take them out.
All in good time. It's not in anyone's way.
All right, Felix, and then you're using.
Yep.
You have
My octopus to help trap the fish more or less and put it on the hook for me.
Oh, caught another fish.
All right, there you go.
Oh, caught another fish.
Oh boy.
He's down there. He's doing it.
All right.
Oh, cool. There he is. He's big.
They have a tentacle monster. I was like, yeah, let's throw that in there.
I'm just putting my bat over there, but I'll go back to it at some point.
So yeah,
Skippy will be like, "Hey, Felix, hey,
Yes?
have you got any like metal items you don't care about? I want to show you something. I want to show you something cool I made. Can you just go put something metal over on the other side of the boat that you don't want anymore? And I want to show you something I made."
I guess I'll put a dagger over there.
That's fine.
where
Maybe
you
get Jeff to hold it.
Where are you putting it?
Let's go. I guess here.
Oh,
Right
here.
there?
Let me.
Just
Do you have a
imagining that
Jeff? Do
scene
you have
out
a
of
Jeff on here?
I don't yet. I
Imagining
didn't
that
want to
scene
just.
out of The Jackal where he like holds out the cigarette packet. Like
I don't know. I didn't want to bombard you with a bunch of minis, Ed, for me to run about yet.
So yeah, Skippy will like grab out one of these new the weaponized acid arrows, and I guess
Oh,
I
should
would
I have
make sure
Jeff hold his own head with the gold teeth?
I guess would gold be affected? Gold's pretty like inert. I guess maybe it would.
You said metal.
You're asking if gold would be affected by acid?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I think that actually it would be pretty resistant. But like something that's because acid would like damage stuff by oxidation, wouldn't it? So it would be like something that is gonna be like anything with iron would be screwed. But
you can dissolve precious metals with a mixture of hydrochloric and nitric acid in a 3-to-1 ratio by volume.
Oh, I see you're also
Cool.
using Google.
Yeah.
Can I clean gold with hydraulic chloric acid? I guess so.
But we'll say
I don't think I want to ruin Jeff's gold teeth. I think
No,
Ah.
I just do the dagger. I was just.
we'll say that dragons, because dragons are hoarders, and we know this, their acid does not affect gold because that would be kind of counterproductive for them.
that's true. Yeah. But it screws copper. It's like
Yeah. It melts copper just because, yeah.
That one copper Nico left for Rotwing.
That's right.
Dead.
Enjoy your hoard.
All right, so I'll put a dagger out over here. Oh, there we go. There, Jeff. Yeah, like right there on the edge.
Right on the edge. Hey Jeff, maybe move a little bit further away from Felix. I'm not sure about like the splash radius of this stuff right now.
What do you mean away from Felix? Where should I move? Jeff, stand in front of me.
You deserve this.
Okay, hold the sword out like over the edge, and I'll make it disappear before your very eyes.
Oh no, he just stuck it into like into the railing.
Oh, okay. Cool. Then I will. I'll take a shot at the dagger.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
Where exactly is it?
So
Right
Jeff
where
is like
Jeff is standing, right there.
Right there. All right. You stuck it in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'll move away a little bit. I'll be over here. You know, I have to demonstrate my impressive marksmanship skills anyway.
Oh yeah.
What is the like radius of effect on it?
So it'll hit every adjacent square. So I guess that would be what would we say?
Okay.
So like that. So it would be
Nice.
like that. So it would hit every sort of you hit it, and any square around it would get hit.
Is there anything else that's metal or looks like it might be damaged in there? Because I don't want to piss off Tanith.
I mean, it's all wood.
And Skippy.
I'll also
thinks
mend
this is only
anything that's
okay.
broken that's less than a foot.
Cool.
Stand by, Tanith.
Okay. Felix, give me a. So you take a shot, Skippy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Felix, give me a perception check to notice the prevailing winds.
Oh.
Wow. That's a 1.
Oh.
I'm just fucking with you. That's fine. So yeah,
I deserve it.
Oh, Felix is all down on himself. He's all, you're shooting at my heart.
Or where my heart used to be.
Like as Skippy's firing, Abigail suddenly appears.
All is forgiven.
Oh no.
It'd be awesome if that, there's an arrow of summon Abigail. What am I doing here? Oh, I thought you and Felix were going to talk. Yeah, so Skippy, you fire the arrow. It hits. It sprays this noxious, this green, like just neon green acid sprays over everything in range. And you see the iron of the dagger begins to pit and sizzle while it's inside this, and it's clearly the metal has been compromised.
Whoa.
Nice.
Nice, hey Felix.
I am surprised.
Oh, by the way, I went to the blacksmiths, and I'll go and pick up your armor again. He thinks it won't be a problem to fix, and
Oh, great.
And he's gonna make this eye. Yeah, I hope I described it in the way that you wanted it.
I'm
We'll
sure
see.
it's fine. I'll be able to repair it or have it painted over, I'm sure. If it's wrong.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go get it in a couple of days.
Excellent.
Hey, are you okay, Felix? Like, normally when you've seen Abigail, you've been like, kind of like happier.
I'm fine. 6 that time. Wow.
Tanith rolled an 8.
I rolled a 13 this time.
Tanith goes, "Oh, come on now. What happened? Couldn't rise to the occasion? Was it low tide?
It was a pretty low moment, yeah.
Oh, you
He's
hear all
having
the
a cat nap.
you hear all the guys are
Turns out there was an uninvited guest.
What? Oh,
In
does
our
she have?
private
Does she
time.
have another? Like, she has someone else?
Someone else is encroaching on your territory, on your fishing
Who was
grounds,
it?
is she?
Who was it? Just bring them over. Invite them to the boat. We'll sort them out.
Aye, the
we've
lads
already
will
met
take care of
him.
him for you, Felix.
You knew him already?
He gave Gaston quite the cold shoulder in the fighting pits in the sewers.
Ooh, Nico. Nico is there?
Yeah.
Are you
No.
saying Nico is trying to make a move on Abigail? Yar, we don't believe it.
No, as we were having a connection, it got interrupted by.
Oh, that's the worst.
Someone interrupted your cock, did they?
My
How
what?
dare they? Who be it, Felix? Who has interrupted your cock?
The devil himself.
He is the devil himself, I tell you.
No, I'm
it's
saying
low
that
down.
the devil that I've made a deal with interrupted us unceremoniously.
Felix, you're losing the metaphor a little here.
Not a metaphor. Literally.
You mean all the frost and whatnot?
Yes, that one.
And so.
Oh.
When you were having the connection, the frost.
It
didn't break off, did it?
It's like a tongue to a flagpole, but way worse. Holy Jesus!
No,
There are better. If it's not like, if it's a bit soft, this isn't the way to fix it.
Why would she have been sticking her tongue out of me, like out of her mouth at me?
You tell me.
Felix, how did you? Wait a minute. So, Skippy, are you saying that Felix turned his bait and tackle into an icicle?
It sounds
to
like
ram it into the young miss.
I just got this fishing gear like an hour and a half ago. As I'm like holding the fishing. How? What?
I'm a bit confused, Tanith, too. But it sounds like Felix invited the devil along to the meeting with Abigail, and that
he invited himself and
Felix.
Forced himself upon her.
You got to have consent.
Even the undead pirate ship knows.
Yar. I have a discussion about tea. Perhaps it would enlighten this devil character of yours.
I'll pass along the message next time I talk to him.
So wait. So you and Abigail were gone ten toes to Lathander, and then this devil guy shows up, and he goes in her too.
As well? With
Well, it wasn't so much in her as he marked her as his.
Oh, like on her tits is what you're saying. He dropped off some paratroopers. I see what you're saying here. It's
Felix is
I
thinking like
marked her.
that the soul is more than just located in the heart and the chest. Like it's a whole spiritual thing.
Oh, he's like he wins like a Peter North situation. I see what you're saying here. It's what do you call the interior decorator? It's I get you. He just all over then, head to toe. You didn't get any splash damage, did you? That's always the. I see the devil's three-way is what you're talking about. I got you. Arr, arr. All the guys on the ship are all arr, 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 arr.
The devil was there, I was there, and she. So yes, a devil's three-way.
Yeah. Oh, I get you, Felix. You didn't make eye contact with the devil, did you? That's the worst. That's what you don't want to do is making an eye contact.
I tried my best to break our link, but
yeah, but the ice, you were frozen in there. I get you. Yar, Felix. That's a rough go.
Yeah. So now I don't think.
Did you lose any skin? Do you need an ointment?
I'll just like show like, what do you mean? Like it's already coming off.
Oh, right. Well, I guess the rigor mortis helps out with that situation, though. I just suppose that's could be useful. I guess
Yes, some of my joints are stiff from time to time.
Yeah. Boy, Felix, you don't let them get you down.
Well, sorry to hear it didn't go to plan. Do you want a sandwich?
Didn't go to
didn't go. Understatement of fucking century.
That's very true. It did not go according to plan.
Felix, I don't mean to ask you questions in your low moment here, but the boys did have their hearts set on flying. Has your encounter derailed those plans?
I don't believe so. She said that she's very willing to continue with her agreement, but there may be some awkwardness, and I don't know if she will be talking to me while on the ship.
Yeah,
more than needed as what's necessary for our work.
Right. Yeah. You did invite a third guy to tag team her. She probably won't like you. That's not
I didn't invite him. He invited himself.
Either way, she's probably not going to talk to you. But sounds like she's still on board. Gents, we're gonna fly.
Yeah. So now I make it more of my mission to beat the devil at his own game and destroy this contract and free her soul from bond as well as mine.
If he's like always with you, does he know about your like that you're gonna try to do that?
Arcana check, Ed.
Is he always listening?
Here we go.
Oh,
nice one.
Ooh.
Nice.
So you know that someone like Mephistopheles has a lot of irons in the fire and possibly on multiple planes of existence. And so you know that he could listen in at any time, but it would be very unlikely that he is listening in all the time. And probably really only pays attention if he, if he gets if something strong disturbs the web, like if you were bonding with with another arcane practitioner, something like that. You also know that calling him by name, naming him by his name is a good way to get his attention.
Yeah. So calling him the devil, I feel, is the best approach.
Right. Very generic. A lot of people say devil. There's there's a lot of chatter that sort of disguises what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. You also know that he probably has the expectation that you are going to try and get out of the contract in some way. Like, because obviously you already made the deal to get out of getting your own soul out, right? Like obviously so and the devils of the nine hells have lived a very long time and have made a whole lot of contracts with mortals, and so it's sort of par for the course for mortals to make a contract for power and then get a little buyer's remorse and attempt to get out of said contract. So
I've been trying to fulfill it, so he shouldn't be like,
yeah. So he's not. He's not paying any extra special attention to you. Is what you would, what you would know of this is that he's not really like going, oh, what's this Felix Osiris guy doing? Got to keep an eye on him. He's my, I've got all my eggs in that basket. He's like, no, I've got guys I got people sucking up souls left and right. So.
Oh, great. I'm just part of the pyramid scheme.
That's the worst. It's one of the worst truths that you can find out is that, you're not even an actual cog in the great cosmic machine. You're, you're just sort of the dust that gets ground in between the cogs.
Cog lube.
Yeah. Cog lube. Yeah.
So, yep. Oh, yeah.
So I suppose you won't be needing any extra amenities in your cabin there for Abigail won't be joining you.
So at a game, it kind of depends on how much room we have on the boat.
Yeah.
So quite a lot.
Yeah, there is now. When we first described him, it didn't seem so big, but I would give up my quarters for her if it came to that. But
right.
I'll let her know. Like, I don't think that there'll be any special modifications needed to my cabin for her stay.
Yeah. We'd be sorry about that, Felix. That's a shame. We were really pulling for you there for you and Abigail to make a special connection.
We tried.
You never know. It might.
One that
might
didn't
get
freeze
better.
her from the inside out.
Yeah, she was unconscious in front of me. I was a little awkward.
Wow,
Yeah.
Felix. You probably shouldn't tell this to anyone. Again, well, you could probably tell Nico. That guy seems like
Seems
he
legit.
wouldn't. Yeah, Nico doesn't seem like he seems like he's not going to judge you too much there. But anyone else outside the boat, let's not tell anyone about that. You hear a voice from a seeming distance, somewhat far away. If I ever get out of here, I'm gonna rat on all you guys. I'm gonna tell every. Shut up! Quiet! What did we get back to the bilge? Don't worry about him, Felix. He's not going anywhere. It's your secret is safe with us. That's fine, isn't it, lad? It's fine. It's fine.
Yep. So with that, I'll just work on catching dinner here, I guess.
All right. Yeah. So Felix goes back. You got your Here, we'll throw
Because I imagine Jeff wouldn't be that good under the ocean, or in the ocean. The fish might be a little worrisome.
He's got a low drag coefficient.
Yeah, but an octopus can be like inconspicuous as just another thing in the water.
Oh yeah, no, I mean in terms of like actual like getting stuff done, yeah, you know, an octopus is definitely the way to go.
And how much line is on these fishing poles?
Enough.
Like
Yeah.
at least 90 feet?
Yeah, probably something like that. Why?
No reason.
No reason.
It might or might not come up later. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, we'll say at least 90 feet. All right, back over to Boomer and Nico.
All right.
All right, so you guys have been taken to the manor of Lord Dagalt, and as you arrive, what's the length of suggestion?
8 hours.
Okay, yeah, this guy's like, oh yeah, it's totally random some guys from Lord Dagalt. Huh, never seen him before. That's great.
Well, if it's an honor guard, surely he will introduce us to the Lord personally.
He won't introduce you to the Lord personally, but he will give you an introduction at the gate.
Right.
So usually the city watch isn't regularly permitted inside the manors of the nobility because there's no need to involve them in anything.
Right.
But yeah, so he will bring you right up to the gates though, and he'll say, I've found found one of Lord Dagal's bannermen. I didn't feel right leaving him unescorted with all of the art treasures that they're carrying. Although Lord, I guess Lord, he looks at you, Lord
Duke.
Boomer.
Oh,
No, Lord Boomer, King Boomer. Does he have a title? What are we talking about?
just Mountain King shall suffice.
The Mountain King clearly is capable of defending himself and the Lord Dagalt's interests, but all the same, of course, as a courtesy from the city watch of Waterdeep, who has always been a friend to Lord Dagalt. We have escorted them here to make sure that nothing befell them or the Lord's interests.
You've done a fine job. You're a dismissed captain.
So yeah, Captain Faringway will bow to you and you say, "Good luck to you, and put a good word in for me with Lord Dagalt, will you?"
Of course.
He gives you the wink. He gives you the wink and the nod. You know, sort of the little touch on the nose there. I know. Yeah, we're in this together. And then he will lead his contingent off. The gatehouse guard is now looking at you very puzzled. As he is he has a schedule of what is supposed to be coming and going from the manor, and a shipment of art goods from a bannerman was nowhere on the list, nor was it mentioned at any meeting or anything that he's had. He looks at you and says, "So you're one of Dagalt's men? From where?"
The captain seems to be a little confused. I am Duke Nikomo Koska. I have come to return some artwork which has been identified as belonging to Lord Dagult. I believe it is a family heirloom. The City Watch identified it immediately.
Oh. Oh. All right. That's very, very kind of you. And he kind of leans in close. He goes, "Is there a reward?"
There may be a reward. Maybe if you wouldn't mind escorting us yourself, I could be sure to mention the excellent service you provided in defending the Lord's treasure.
He looks at he leans back a little bit. And he kind of gives kind of looks you up and down, and he goes, "I'm Frederick, by the way. Frederick is my if you could mention me to the by name."
But
anyway,
got an eye on that top job, eh, Frederick?
He looks at you and he gives you kind of gives you a serious look and a nod. Like yeah.
Man of ambition, a man that speaks to my own passion. Excellent. I shall remember you, Frederick.
And he says, "Well, what lord likes to be kept waiting when there's treasure in the balance, huh?"
Exactly.
All right. Do I have both of your words of safe or of good conduct? You will comport yourselves as guests in this house?
Boomer, I think we can safely say we won't be doing any killing today, shall we? At least until we're outside the gates.
The Mountain King will only do killing if he sees fit.
Fucking Boomer's got his pinky out and everything. The guard, Frederick looks at you and he kind of says, "Good enough for me." All right, let's head inside. We'll head to the main. We'll head to the audience chamber. I'll leave you guys in the anteroom. I'll explain to the steward what's happening. We'll get you guys in. Yeah. All right.
Sounds
Follow me.
perfect. Thank you, Frederick.
So he leads you in. He leads you into the into this manor, which it's a small castle. Like this is, Lord Dagult is definitely doing well for himself. This guy's definitely not hurting for any cash. The place is very opulent. You go through many turns.
So as we're going on the way in, can I be making like a mental note of potential escape routes or places to slip out if we had to in a pinch?
Yeah, give me a intelligence check.
I thought you were going to say stuff to steal.
Well, Nico's always doing that. I assumed that was red. Let's see. That is a 10.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are walking a little bit fast, but you are keeping an eye out, and you're like, okay, like I think that's a balcony.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like you're able to identify 3 possible routes where you're like, okay, we may not have the softest landing, but that'll get us outside. Like that, I think that'll get us outside the walls, which is more or less what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So yeah, you go through a couple of twists and turns upstairs. You eventually come to a very, very well appointed anteroom. Has very soft, comfortable chairs. There's a fire burning. He says, "You guys have a seat. Go ahead and hang on to your stuff. I'll be right back. I'm going to tell the steward what's happening. We'll see if we can get you an audience." Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And so he moves in. He goes, steps into the audience chamber. While he's in there, one of the house servants comes up to you and asks you if you guys want anything, any refreshments.
Do you have any wine?
And of course, only the finest vintages.
Ah, yes. Bring me something fruity.
At once. And you, sir, can I get you anything?
I will require only the finest dwarven ale.
And you see sort of a look of consternation come over the house servant's face, and he says, "I apologize, sir. I don't think we have any dwarven ale."
Then nothing I will have.
I'm sure Lord Daggold knows of a supplier locally that could find some dwarven ale, does he not? Do you not have house servants who can run and fetch these things?
Yes, of course. I will see to it at once.
Yeah, I'll just toss him like a gold coin for his trouble.
Oh, sir, it isn't necessary at all. Like, of course, he doesn't return the coin. Like,
Yeah.
Nothing coming. Oh, sir, this isn't necessary. Not at all, sir. Thank you, sir.
I understand.
Bows his way out of the room.
When he leaves the room, Boomer will lean into Nico and be like, "How was that? Do I sound good and proper?"
Say, Boomer, for a moment I thought I was in the presence of one of the local nobility.
No, it's just me. It's just me. I was just making, different voices.
You're right.
Boomer, give me a performance check.
Oh, crap.
Well, see, so what Matt just said is what Boomer heard in his head, like how Boomer pictured it. Let's see how it actually turned out.
It's going to be like the Wolf of Wall Street, like car driving scene where he's like, "This is how I remember getting home."
Oh, pretty good.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Professor Boomer.
How about that?
You're kind of like the Big Lebowski, where you don't understand all the words that you said, but you repeated them very well. You're like, "Oh, I've heard other people say these things," and so you said them. Yeah, you're not sure what all of them meant, but you
It's
know
like
that
someone who's singing along to like a foreign language song, basically.
right. You're like, I know this is contextually appropriate, but I don't know exactly what it means. So yeah, the guy bought the airs you were putting on.
Nice.
A different servant returns shortly and hands you a goblet of wine, Nico. He apologizes to you, Boomer, says that they are attempting to locate an ale of dwarven make. A little more time passes. A few people come in and out. They don't really notice. They don't really pay any notice to you guys. Eventually, a servant.
Can I take a look? Look through the bag of treasures now that I, know that some of them are actually marked in some way, and figure out which of them are actually marked with the crest of Lord Daggold.
Yep. So yeah, there is a bust. It's of some dude. You have no idea who, but it definitely has the crest of House Daggold. You're all, oh, yep, that's what that is. It's the same crest as the guys that attacked you guys outside in the sort of the tent city. The same crest.
Yep.
You also notice, so now that you're sort of looking for it, you find the piece of jewelry that has worked into it, the house crest of Kipler. And Kipler is another very old family in Waterdeep that is still in power. And they don't hold as much power or sway as Daggle, but the Kipler line definitely has their fingers in a lot of pies in terms of business in Waterdeep. There are rumors, of course, like with any of the high noble houses that they sit on the massed council, but of course nobody knows who actually sits on the massed council.
So I'll remove that piece from the bag and just kind of discreetly stash it inside my my coat.
Okay.
So could a new council that just like decide we're the masked council now and then just start a new council?
It basically started like kind of like an Illuminati type of thing, where it was like sort of the wealthiest and most influential people who, like, yes, there was a Lord of Waterdeep, but they were like, nah, we're kind of gonna just influence things and shape things the way we want. And it eventually became, they eventually sort of codified it, and it became a real thing where people actually knew about it. People know that, yeah, there's a masked council, like there are masked lords of Waterdeep, and they're the ones who hold the real power in Waterdeep. But it's not something that anyone votes on. It's not something that it's not like an official type thing. But
no formal coronations or
right, yeah. There's nothing like that, but everyone knows that that's where the real, like, yes, there is an open lord, and that's who does like the political, like the open political deals with like other city states and political entities. But it's largely believed by the public that is a figurehead and sort of the public face of Waterdeep politics.
Cool.
So you guys are.
Oh yeah. So while we're waiting, sorry, I'll be saying to Boomer. Now, Boomer, you remember the little scuffle we had after we came out of the cave with the dozen or so guys, one of whom kicked you in the face and disrespected you. Now those guys all worked for this guy. So when we go in there, I'm going to be suitably upset that you were disrespected so much. And, but just so you know, we might need to be ready to get out of here in a hurry, if you know what I mean.
Pretzels all around.
So that's right. So let's just keep our eyes open and make sure no one's sneaking up on us, shall we?
Yep.
Boomer waiting for the signal.
When I shake his hand, that's the signal. No.
When I say whippoorwill, it's time to go. Guy comes in and says, "My Castellian whippoorwill tells me that."
Surely
What are the
no,
odds?
I just made up this random word that no one will definitely ever say.
All right, so Boomer, eventually one of the house servants does come back with a bottle, a sort of clay, earthenware type thing, and it's one of the Stone Grinder clan ales,
Okay.
which is actually pretty high end. Like it's there's the Stone Grinder clan are not known for much besides brewing, but they do it well. And he offers this, he holds it up to you, says, our apologies. Mountain King, we mean no disrespect. House Daggle offers you a Stone Grinder ale to quench your thirst.
Is this satisfied, you think, Boomer? Would you care to sample this and see if it meets your expectations?
It's suitable.
Ah, excellent, excellent. I'll toss the servant another gold coin.
Yeah, so you flip the gold at him. The guy's like super exhausted. It just sort of hits him in the head and bounces off. Yeah, and he's just all, but Lord, thank you. And he, it kind of almost falls down and like picks it up. He's a, oh, thank you.
Cardio
and he's got like a little bit of
cardio
blood.
is cardio, eh?
There's a little bit of blood trickling down the side of his face where the gold coin hit him in the head. Yeah, he limps his way out of the room. Eventually, a man comes in who you haven't seen before. You never saw the guard again that escorted you in. He presumably left by a different entrance. A man comes in and he says, I am the Castellan of House Dagult. What is this I hear about artwork that belongs to House Dagult?
Ah, may I assume that you speak for his lordship?
I do in matters such as this.
Well, I must confess to a slight deception to gain an audience here. We do indeed possess artwork which the City Watch has identified as belonging to House Dagult. However, I must also discuss a matter of grave importance with his lordship. It seems we've got off on the wrong foot between our two houses, and I would like to make amends.
What house do you belong to?
House Koska, no less.
And he, the guy, he just kind of goes, you see like a very confused look come over his face, and he says, House Koska?
Yes, an ancient and well-respected house, fallen on hard times, which I intend to reverse.
I see.
You may check the archives. It's all. I assure you, it's all present and correct.
I'm sure. Look, the Lord is very busy. I assume, and correct me if I am wrong, you're here looking for some sort of reward. I assure you that House Dagult has no feelings, good or ill, for House Koska.
Well, you see, House Dagult sent a dozen of its weakest men to insult us upon doing what I can only say was a great service to the city. And unfortunately, as a result of a grave indiscretion by those men, they are now all dead. And I would like to discuss this matter with his lordship.
I see. So, you're the ones the two of you that attacked, and he leans in close. Well, you're responsible for the situation in the City of the Dead?
I believe I should speak to his lordship personally on this matter.
I see. I see.
If you
One moment, please.
if you know the situation, I'm sure you will agree.
Remain here. He disappears through the door. Takes about 15 minutes or so, and he comes back through the door. He says, "The Lord will see you now."
Insight check.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh wow, yeah, it seems totally legit.
Yeah, seems pretty legit.
I too shall do the insight.
All right.
Yep, super legit.
Definitely not a trap. Definitely not a trap.
Can we insight from the boat? We'll probably be just about as good.
You're like, someone's about to get fucked. I don't know who. Somebody is.
All trustworthy.
Yeah,
Totally
seems
trustworthy.
guy seems on the level.
Yeah. Cool. Good.
All right, so yeah, he leads you through a set of double doors, down a short hallway, into another set of double doors. You enter in what is clearly not the main entrance, but more like sort of a side entrance into this audience hall. When you enter into the room, Boomer, you don't know a whole lot about courts or sort of how they're usually made up, but you do know that there's probably not this many armed men normally present. Nico, you also know, you actually do know something about the way courts operate, and there are none of the usual hangers-on or functionaries or a lot of the folks that you would normally associate with a full court of someone of Lord Daggalt's standing.
Yep.
You do see a lot of armed men that are inside this audience chamber. There is at least 10 dudes worth of steel between you and Lord Daggalt.
We can take them.
Guess we're all going to the dungeon now.
There's a lot of crossbows. There's a lot of bared steel in this room.
Can I put on a show of just completely ignoring them when I'm talking to him?
Give me a performance check.
Let's see. That is a 18.
On a 6, you get an 18.
Yep.
Where's that on your insight?
I just rolled a 19.
Oh.
You put on a very good show of bravado. Like, just you look cool as a cucumber, man. Like you're strutting it. But there are some signs that you're a little worried.
Just like one little bead of sweat.
Yeah,
like trickling
one little trickle of sweat that they see sort of trickle down the back of your neck. They're all
Does it matter that Boomer's legitimately not worried?
Yeah, So, yeah, whatever.
Boomer, you're like you're not trying to put on any sort of airs. You're like, yeah, look, whatever. You do notice, however, Boomer, that everyone in here, none of them have a name.
Got little blank name badges on them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Now Boomer's a little bit worried. John Wick's all the way down. So
just red shirts.
They're all played by Keanu Reeves.
That's right.
All of them just look at you and go, "We know kung fu." So you walk up as far as you can. The Castellan motions for you to stand there.
I shall
there are
bow. Yeah, I shall bow. I shall take my hat and bow extravagantly to his lordship.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Yep.
Yeah. Lord Daggold, I presume. Yeah, full show.
And he
Lord
says,
Daggold, I presume.
Lithen worm.
Oh, I don't like this guy.
I don't have time to listen to you. I need you to listen to me. I'm the Lord here. Do you understand?
Go on.
Now, you have interfered with my business. You understand?
Sorry.
Yes.
Just trying real hard. You're like, oh, that's an unfortunate speech impediment. All right. Says, I don't know who you are or who you think you are, but I had something happening that you have interrupted. Who sent you? Who do you work for?
Since we're getting straight down to business, your lordship, I would like to just make you a simple proposition. My house has been wronged. It's very nearly erased from history. I intend to reverse that. As you can see, we are to be taken seriously with the... are we free to talk in front of these men?
These men are the finest in Waterdeep. They are loyal to me, and they are killers, every one. Watch what you say.
Not like the pathetic rabble you sent to greet us at the cave, I assume.
Those men were to return you to my presence. They had orders to find whoever had disturbed the workings going on in the city of the dead, and to return them to me for a discussion to find out who they were, why they were here, and who sent them.
Did you order them to attack us?
They were under orders to bring you here no matter what.
Well, perhaps you should have been more explicit, because they're now all dead. Quite dead.
So now, you owe me for the livery which I assume has been stolen by the rabble that live in that tent city. Is that what you're telling me?
If you're referring to the Horde, I believe we have something that belongs to you.
I'm referring to the horses and the armor those men were wearing. That's not free.
If you cared about them so much, you would have attached them to finer men.
Well, good help is hard to find.
Isn't it just? Now
tell me, what are you doing and who sent you? I don't care about your city made-up house.
Silly made-up house. No more made-up than yours, your lordship.
What? At this, all of the crossbows are now aimed a little more earnestly at you, and steel has now been fully bared.
Yeah.
I have ended men for saying much less. Are you dishonoring the house of Daggle?
Are you dishonoring the House of Koska, your lordship?
Quit making up houses. There is no House Koska. That is some made-up bullshit.
Ah,
Are you
Boomer,
kidding me with the
I see-
hand? What?
Did you wish to speak, your Mountain King?
Did you see the guard that I turned into a pretzel?
No?
I did it, and it was fun. I just wanted to share.
How very nice. We're all so pleased you decided to talk.
Ah, Boomer, did you want to tell him about how you crushed one of the guards to death under by sort of body slamming him after leaping in the air? That was a great move. I really liked that.
That wasn't that impressive in comparison to shoving the other guy's head up his own ass.
Well, I know you're an artist, and you know you have the things that you're proud of creating.
Gentlemen, I am not here for a sharing circle.
I'm sorry, your lordship. We got a little off track there, didn't we? Now, to business, as I was saying. We have something that belongs to you. I believe you may want it. The City Watch were certainly keen to get their hands on it, shall we say. I had to keep a certain captain's sticky fingers off of it on the way over here.
Are you asking me to thank you for returning something that was mine?
Yes.
I assume you got it from the City of the Dead.
From the Dragon's Hoard, yes.
Uh-huh. Do you know why that dragon was there?
Nope. I was under the impression that a dragon in a city was a bad thing, your lordship.
That's because you have a limited scope. You don't understand the working of better men. There are powers more powerful than you can understand at work here. I don't expect someone like you to understand them.
So why don't you indulge my simple mind and let me know what it is that your great lordship would desire?
Fine. I'm not going to go into the details because I'm not going to waste my breath on someone who doesn't understand. But look, you obviously are capable warriors. I assume you are of the adventuring type?
We've seen our share of adventure, haven't we, Boomer?
I killed a vampire.
How nice for you. Perhaps then you would like to do a little work for House Daggle, since you interrupted plans that were already in motion. Well,
what kind
are
of,
you looking for work or aren't you?
What kind of work are we talking about here, your lordship?
Well, there are certain houses in this city that wish to do me harm. And they wish... Mind your tongue, worm, or I'll have it cut out.
Genuinely, I'm shocked that anyone would bear any ill feelings for such a generous host as yourself. I'll say as I'm looking around the armed men pointing crossbows at them.
Sarcasm. That's
You're
what
getting
that
it,
is.
Boomer. You're finally getting it.
Not to interrupt this touching moment of educational progress, but
I've learned it.
I'm busy, so I'll get to the point. I need you to hunt down and kill the dragon that you drove off.
Oh, we were going to do that anyways.
Oh, Well, then I don't have to pay you.
Well,
Yeah, you might want to still.
obviously, its relative priority with our other business is up for negotiation.
Your other business? Does your other business have 150 armed men ready to kill you?
Oh,
No. But-
far more.
That question I had earlier about the pretzel thing, that wasn't if you saw it. I was more or less asking if your men had seen it.
And would they like to?
You see, there's a couple of guys that are like sort of near you towards the front line that clearly either heard it or saw about it, and you see like there is some shifting, and like they're giving Boomer a little bit of space, like because they're like, oh fuck, this is the guy that did that. Like, all right, everybody, like.
Now, your lordship, I assume
Nice.
you have recognized our ability as warriors by the fact that we're standing before you here now as we are. Shall we dispense with the show here and get down to business as real men?
What? So, you think I won't have you killed?
I think you'll try.
Poof, Nico's gone. Good luck,
Oh,
Boomer.
his finger is on the Misty Step trigger.
His finger is on the Misty Step.
Nico, can I talk for a bit?
Oh, of course, Boomer. Where are my manners? Please, go ahead.
Lord Daggold, we're not going to waste your time. You know what we can do. You have a lot of men. Yes, eventually they would kill us, but we would take a lot of them with you, or with us.
with you. With you, sir.
And your house being already threatened, I don't know if you want to have that loss. So let's be respectful to each other and know each other. We know you, you know us.
Fine. You know what? I like this one. Why don't you
Barbarian
let
making the
him
most
talk in the
sense.
future instead of the bullshit that comes out of your face? I'll talk to him. Now, Master Dwarf, can you kill this dragon for me?
I'll laugh.
Absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt. In fact, I almost did kill the dragon. Just this whale came out of nowhere and saved him.
Damn wizards.
That's a different story.
A whale.
Don't trust whales.
All right. Sounds like sound advice.
You have any whale
Castilian, write
hunters?
that down. We don't trust whales. Now, you can kill this dragon for me and do it quietly.
Hmm.
Who do you wish to not see the dragon die? They're kind of conspicuous.
It's not someone seeing him die. I need people not to know that you are killing him for me.
Uh-oh.
I don't want anyone to know anything about that dragon being inside the city of the dead.
Yeah, that could happen. That's easy.
Don't worry, your lordship. I'm sure we can take full responsibility for the dragon.
Wouldn't be the first dragon I've killed.
True.
Very good. We've already killed everyone that saw anything in that little refugee rabble in that tent city. So we shouldn't have any problems from anyone talking there.
Can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs, eh?
Yeah.
That's true. So, find this dragon, kill it, and bring me the proof back. I want some loose ends sewed up one way or the other. So either stitch this one up or I'll stitch you. Do we understand each other?
I think we understand each other just fine.
Now, give me my artwork.
Ah, yes, of
That
course.
statue
Boomer.
is mine, and it belongs in my family.
I understand.
Hand it over.
Oh, I mean, I look at Nico. Like, yeah,
Yep.
hand it over, or
Place the
Show it
bag
to him.
carefully on the floor in front of him. Yes.
Boomer does that.
So yeah, you take it out of the bag, and it gets passed back to the up to the Castellan, who looks at it, and you see him examine. He turns it over, and he's obviously looking for something to identify what this is. He flips it over a few times. He nods to the nods to Lord Daggle. He
Put a booby
"Very
trapped it.
good." He said, "You didn't happen to find anything from any other houses down there, did you?"
If we did, was there anything specific you were looking for? There was an entire dragon horde, after all.
Well, there's some of the other houses have some rivalry with House Daggle, and if I could have something of theirs, something of belonging to their ancestral story, that I could possibly deface or defame or hold over them, well, that just make my day.
Well,
I have no interest in dragon hordes.
so, well, your lordship, as I said, I'm looking to re-establish House Koska, not in competition with you, of course, but hopefully as a worthy ally. If I were to look through our horde and find something like this, could I count on your recognition of my house?
You drive a very, very interesting bargain there. I see. You need me to legitimize your bullshit claims of a noble house.
Your lordship, we all know that all nobility is bullshit claims. It's just who carries the most steel to back them up.
I'm a mountain king.
He looks when Boomer says it, he goes, "Well, I guess that settles it, doesn't it?" All right. You prove to me that you are a trustworthy ally and someone who can get things done in a discreet manner. Yes. Yes, I can ally you to House Daggle, and we will legitimize the House of Koska.
I'll reach into my coat and pull out the.
So when you reach into your coat,
jewelry. Yeah.
Crossbows come up, steel comes out, spears are leveled very close to your throat.
Say, gentlemen, if I wanted to kill him, he would be dead already. Do you mind?
He said, "Please, we're conducting business. Down. Put your crossbows away."
Boomer doesn't even react.
I see our Mr. Koska here is clearly a man of business. And obviously the Mountain King is someone who fears no threat of physical violence. Do you, Mountain King?
No.
I think he rather relishes it, if anything.
The guys, one of the guards goes, "Jesus, that's the kind of guy that could fuck a bear."
Yeah.
You see the scars on him? What else puts 4 lines like that across your chest? Look how deep they are. He's definitely a bear fucker.
Sorry, I was distracted.
Right.
Better times, eh, Boomer? Better times.
Yep.
So-
Daydreaming.
So, what do you have for me?
Yeah, I'll take out the fancy necklace. So I believe you may find this of interest.
he reaches like so. Uh, he goes to reach for it, and like some of the guards are trying, like they're like, oh, like trying to hold it back. Like, out of my way, you idiot! And he reaches down and he takes the piece from me. He goes, "How's Kipler?" Oh, this is a tasty little treat. I'll tell you what. Not. All right, excuse me.
No, keep going. We're going to make sure he does lots of talking.
Narithma Kipler has been a thorn in my side for many years. This is going to drive the nail into her coffin. Do you realize what this is?
Power, your lordship?
In a sense, yeah. This is power. This is leverage.
Evidence.
This is evidence, Mountain King.
Yeah,
You are very astute for someone with, well, less than a full smile.
He's a sharp blade in more than one way.
Indeed. All right. You boys have earned a little bit of trust.
What was the captain's name? Captain, is it
Faringway?
Yeah, say...
wait, the guy, the guard that you met?
Yeah.
Frederick.
No, the guard captain, sorry.
Oh, Faringway.
Faringway. See, now, I should say, since you seem particularly attached to this piece, the City Watch, who we were requesting the help of, seemed particularly keen to take this for themselves, if you know what I mean, as perhaps a little sweetener. It was actually one of your men, Frederick, who spotted this Captain Faringway attempting to lift it from the bag. I believe perhaps some commendation and retribution in equal order, maybe in order. No, get the message out that you're not to be taken advantage of, your lordship.
You see him sort of, you see him like he's got, kind of a not a blank expression, but he's kind of looking at you, and then the Castellan leans over and whispers something in his ear, and he goes, "Oh yes, Frederick. Of course, of course."
I mean, I don't expect you to know the names of every guard, but I'm sure some sort of formal commendation for, and of course punishment for the crime for the offender would be in order.
He said, "Yeah." So you're saying that this Faringway, Captain Faringway, he knows that you have this, and that you were coming here?
He did take a thorough inventory.
I see. He looks over at the Castellan, and he gives sort of a very serious nod to the Castellan. The Castellan quietly leaves through a side door. And
as I say, omelets and eggs, eh?
Well, these such men are merely pawns on the board.
Of course.
To be sacrificed as needed for the will of their betters.
Honestly, sir, I think you're doing the city a service in this case.
You got a silver tongue in your head.
Well, as I say, my house is on the rise once again, and what is a house without at least a little gloss on the surface?
He's a talker.
He is that. Like to hear his own words, I think. Now, you boys kill this dragon. Kill it before it talks. You understand? Because it will talk.
They do like to talk.
Oh, you would know. They like to hear the sound of their own voice. But this particular one is a nasty piece of work. Be careful.
Now, this dragon is, of course, no ordinary dragon, and it had somehow managed to evade the protective magic of the city. Is there anything else we should know about it?
No.
Very well.
I will say this, though. There are certain dragons that will command the wills of the weak. They may establish cults and followings, human followers, that will do their bidding and will act as zealots.
Yes, we've dispatched of one of those cults before.
Oh yes, yes. The green dragon. Yeah. Ooh, he's our god. Yeah, they're dead.
Exactly. Such pitiful fools are weak-willed, but they will follow anyone, and they can be fanatic.
They'll make a beautiful pretzel, eh, Boomer?
I don't know. I'm thinking about trying something new. The pretzel thing's getting old.
That's right. You know, don't limit yourself.
Yeah.
That's
Branch
fine.
out.
Look, get out there, kill that dragon, come back with proof that you have dispatched it, and I will back your claims of your house of Kafka and ally you with half Dago.
Deal. I shall offer my hand.
He looks down your head. You're not a noble yet. You, Mountain King, what are you interested in? What drives you?
Killing the dragon will be payment enough for me.
A simple man with simple pleasures. I like that. Like a force of nature.
He is that.
All right.
Oh, what was the name of the guard captain who you killed? The guy on the horse who kicked you in the face?
I didn't kill him, but I mean, I don't remember his name either. So.
Yeah.
But
no,
yeah,
doesn't matter. Inconsequential.
Mud.
I have a note from him.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't know who has that note. Do you have it still?
Yeah.
Yeah, Felix has it.
Yeah.
He says, it's the guys, he looks at you and says, all right, this audience is dead and then I'll have my eye on you, Kafka.
Where was the dragon last seen? Do you know?
I do know. Well, each one of you is thinking. The last we knew, the dragon's flying south, gathering followers. He's headed somewhere, I'm guessing for some foul swamp that he calls his home.
He's flying again. I knew
That's
I should
what
have
we
taken
heard.
that wing out.
What do you mean?
I was attempting to hack off one of his wings.
I'm sorry, you damaged his wing?
Oh, yes, I nearly took it off. I wrestled him to the ground. We flew and...
Hold that thought, Mountain King. And he gestures to the side and he gestures a guy that was really inconspicuous. You guys didn't really even notice he was there. Like he was kind of part of the, like looked like he was just sort of part of the, piece of furniture for all the notice you took of the guy. He comes forward and the Lord has a quiet conversation with him, very intense, and he's pointing down at you and pointing up at the sky, pointing at the guy, and the guy, kind of shrugs. He points over at you, points up at the sky, and then he nods, and then the Lord, points at him again, and the guy nods again, and then he leans back to you and says, I just had confirmed that those reports are accurate, that he was seen flying. You say you damaged his wing as bad as you did. That does not bode well. Dragons do heal, and they are tough son of bitches, but they're not that tough. and they don't heal that fast. Not on their own.
Is it possible it's another dragon?
No, we keep sets of tabs on this one. At least we were. At least we were. And he like says it over his shoulder, and the guy that stepped up, you see him turn flush a little bit red.
Do the dragons sometimes dabble in the magic?
Dabble? Son, they cannonball into that shit. Dragons are inherently magical, and they live a long time. They dabble in whatever they think will get them power.
Well, this one's dabbling days will soon be over, my lord.
Well, if you also find out who his, well, if he has a magical benefactor, and you can give me that name, I greatly appreciate it.
Ah, so interrogate the dragon. Well, Boomer, you have a new hobby coming up.
Yeah, it's a fun one. This is a good one. This will be fun. Yeah.
I like you boys are in such high spirit. Now go out there and bring me back a dragon head.
Perhaps a toast to our contract, your lordship?
Why not?
Can I keep the dragon head after I show it to you?
You think I want to keep that thing here?
I don't know.
This was metaphorical. I don't want you to bring a dragon head, because you're not that dragon head, into this house.
I'm still learning sarcasm.
Well, let me make it clear for you, Mountain King. That dragon or any of its business cannot be connected with House Daggle. Do you understand?
So bring like a big toe?
Bring me nothing but word of his death. All right.
You'll be able to tell just by looking at Boomer that we did it.
I suppose that's true. Son, looks like you fucked a bear.
Is it that obvious?
Jesus. All right. I think we're done here.
Well,
yes, you want to drink a toast.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes you fuck the bear, sometimes the bear fucks you. Go back to Big Lebowski.
That's something. That's information you can keep to yourself about what you do with the bear. I don't need to know that.
Okay. Hey, no kink shaming.
He motions, and someone at the side brings out drinks. And this time, Boomer, they have dwarven ale for you.
Nice.
Nico, you were handed wine. It is far superior to the wine that you were given in the antechamber while you were waiting. Although that wine was good, it definitely wasn't like the finest in Waterdeep. This very well may be the finest in Waterdeep, as it is what the Lord himself is drinking.
And yeah, Nico would know as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, he says, to your success, gentlemen, and to your continued anonymity.
Anonymity is our middle name.
Big words.
He throws it back, and he leans back, and one of the guard captains will motion you out of the room.
Yep, I shall elaborately bow with a hat flourish, and head out.
Boomer bows, and everybody behind him goes, ah! Jesus, curtsy, please.
I don't know this curtsy.
So yeah, you guys are escorted out of Lord Dagalt's manor, the small castle inside the city of Waterdeep. and are hustled out with the 3 remaining art objects.
Yep. Do we see the what was his name? The guard who helped us, Frederick.
No, Frederick is no longer on duty.
Okay. Maybe he had him killed as well. Who knows?
All right, we're gonna stop there for tonight.
Excellent.
Very good. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of things moving and shaking. So, will Abigail give Felix the cold shoulder when next they meet? Will Skippy harness the power of the Black Dragon for good or for ill? Will the group catch and kill Rotwing? And will they keep it quiet in service to Lord Daggle? Will Gaston join us next week? Who knows? Find out on Good Guys, but not great.